I was in the same position of you guys at uni, like, oh my God, maybe 5 years ago now. So it started as an idea, and then I got the limited company. It's come alive in this past year. Be like, oh, I'm so interested, but I don't actually know what you do.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I love the sound of that, but I'm just not sure. The street interview page that I created at Puberty Group, Guilty Pleasures, was like one of the top performing street interview Vox Pop channels of that year. Like, I can ideate, I can create it, you know, I can source influencers for you, I can source creators that we can, you know, book for you to this, like from a UGC perspective. Whether it's, you know, jump in and schedule and make what we've got better, or start from scratch, I've got nothing, and then can you also manage it? I do both. It can be the, you know, jump in and ideate and plan, or just plan. I did fashion management and communication at uni. Get these kind of insights that you would never get if you didn't go to uni, or, you know, you didn't, you know, actively seek out to, you know, go to events where someone's going to speak there, or you're not going to jump onto that webinar, you might not know where that webinar is going to be. To be honest, learned most of the skills that I have now and use every day just by working and learning on the job, making endless mistakes. My final project at uni, I did it all on like the importance of social and stuff in fashion now. Just when like Emma Chamberlain's getting invited to Louis Vuitton, like how is that starting to change? What a partnership's going to look like in the future? And I was really, really interested in, I mean, specifically Emma Chamberlain, obviously. So yeah, I started my dissertation on that, and then as I worked through it, I thought, oh, I'm just going to start this up and see what happens. And I just did it for a jewellery company, and I thought, oh, I'll give it a go, and if more work comes afterwards, then great. And I saw a social media exec role come up at Dare to Be. Just very much started to build my network from here. Previous role that I was at before I went freelance, their whole kind of ethos was, you know, we are the people that are making your like famous people famous, and you don't even know who we are. Like, they were very the incognito, that was their thing. What is behind that? Who is posting that? Who's curating these stories that, you know, feed the masses? And there I was just like, my eyes opened up to like how everything has a team behind it. I think we all need to shout about the people who are doing it more. Like, I want people to know that there's villages that are creating these incredible, you know, pieces of content or, you know, social strategies, and it isn't something that should be a second thought. Be in communities or be in rooms where you know you're going to be listened to, and you know you're going to get to have these kinds of conversations with like-minded people. The app Click, and they do so many different like community engagement things where you can, you know, meet other people in marketing, or it's like Bronte King, Girls Who Graduate. I was a part of the Girls Who Graduate little clan when I was at uni too. So like get my foot in with different community groups.
How do you approach different strategies for different clientele?
I love getting into a strategy doc. That first month should be understanding the tone of voice. What are the aims? Like, who are, you know, aspirational people that your client likes, but also realistically, who are their competitors within the market, because they could be different to people that they're taking inspiration from. Before I start any strategy is I kind of like to put together around 10 questions that helps me better understand like what their aims are, who they are, and yeah, like a bit more about what their USP is, a template that I have that is my go-to for everybody, and think, okay, how can I personalize this for them? If you can also like get some time in with them, like an hour, to be like, they just brain dump on you and you're just going, scribbling everything down. Believing that like your opinion matters. And that's something that I felt like my opinion didn't matter too much when I was a student, but it really bloody does matter. Like, you're equally as important as, you know, all the creatives that are already in industry, because like you guys are the next step, you are the future. So don't feel because you are a student that maybe your opinion doesn't matter as much. I'm speaking personally because I used to feel that way. And just believe, like, yeah, if you feel that something is like right the way you do it, but other people are completely saying the opposite thing, just go with what feels good in your gut. Hammer that portfolio and get everything in that you feel is relevant, and don't feel the need to put everything in there. Really condense what you've got and like elevate your favorite parts. Need it to be concise. And getting it out for portfolio review is also such a good thing to do. Your portfolios out to people that are going to go, not sure about that. They're the people you really need to be speaking to. In my portfolio, I divvy it up: social media management, content creation, content ideation, content strategy. Describe what it is that I offer and who I've done it for. But that's formatted in a way where you can see, oh, she does social media management, she does content creation, she does ideation strategy, she does editing. Social media manager, you would go in, you'd schedule in, you're plotting content, you're making sure that your clients, all of their content for the month ahead is in place, and you're hitting the content pillars that have been put in the strategy. Anything that's your content pillars in your strategy needs to feed into every single post that you do, so you know what your mission is and you know what value you're bringing to your viewer. Community manager, you're going in, you're answering all the comments, you're making sure that all the DMs are responded to, you're making sure that no one's getting aired, everything's being seen to, you're responding to tagged posts with UGC, you might be resharing UGC, that might sit between both, to be honest. Sometimes it can be a bit blurred. Engaging with the community, you're speaking to them, you're making sure that they're seen and heard. Underestimated, absolutely. We're always underestimated, like given, do you know what I mean? Essential in every business. You know, whatever it is, whatever niche it is, there is essentialness to what we do, and, you know, giving places a platform to do better, you know, be an educational voice or just bring in new business. Like, it's essential for everybody. And kind of cringe, but the future, diversifying by the day. There's new roles like every other day.